We are here with the most important person behind the Miss Earth United States, and she's Laura Clark. Tell me about the organization and, of course, your special role.
I am the president of U.S. Earth Productions and the national franchise owner for Miss Earth here in the USA. And we are here today at registration in Arlington, Virginia, where we have 80 delegates coming in representing their state. We actually have 4 different age divisions. So our highlighted age division is the Miss division, ages 18 to 26, which goes on to the International Miss Earth competition, which will be held in October. And this will be the 16th year for Miss Earth. We have a few other age divisions. We go all the way down to age 11. So we have Junior Miss, Teen Miss, and Elite Miss up to age 32. But the highlight of the week is selecting the woman who will represent the USA at Miss Earth.
You're a beauty yourself, and I guess you have had experience in joining beauty pageants. Let's go back in time. Tell us the time when you joined the beauty competition like this.
I actually started as a cheerleader for the NFL. So all through my 20s, I enjoyed cheering on the field, being a dancer, and when I found myself leaving that industry, someone introduced me to pageants, and I was able to find an outlet to meet other women and to get involved in the community, and a performance outlet as well. So I entered my first pageant and I became Miss Virginia, and then I went on to win Miss United States 2011. So that was a few years back. I'm really lucky that I was introduced to directing and asked to direct quickly thereafter, and so since 2011 I've been involved in the pageant industry.
And so how did you get involved with this particular Miss Earth Productions?
Wow. I had a dear friend who held the national title and several years ago, and so I'd always kind of followed the Miss Earth organization because of her. And again, we're just entering our 16th year with Miss Earth. So the production company called Carousel, based out of the Philippines, that owns Miss Earth, approached the previous organization that I worked for and asked if we'd be interested. So it's been a little over a 1.5 to 2-year process to develop the new franchise, and we're very blessed, very excited, getting to know Miss Earth a lot further. There are nearly 100 countries that participate. It is the 2nd largest pageant. It is the largest pageant in the world that still does swimwear. So it's been really exciting.
So Laura, how does it make it so different from all the other pageants that you know, beauty competitions that you know?
Miss Earth is focused on environmental awareness. So every pageant title holder has an emphasis on community relations and community impact. But with Miss Earth, we have a focus on working with environmental concerns and agencies and allowing our delegates to really get into their communities. You know, the struggles that they have in New Mexico are going to be very different from the struggles that they have in Maryland and Florida and so on and so forth. So that's what we focus on, and we allow our delegates to really get involved, get to know what's going on in their region. And then at the national level, we try to impact as much as we can and let the title holder travel quite a bit, and we focus on climate change, and we focus on awareness as far as solar energy and building gardens and things like that to aid as many people as we can in the USA.
So in judging the Miss Earth, how does this factor in their activity with regards to environmental concerns?
It is a very big job for Miss Earth to be involved. The winner of Miss Earth actually becomes an official global ambassador for the United Nations and their environment program. So she has to be very knowledgeable, very eager to talk to people, very eager to visit different areas. The current Miss Earth is visiting the USA now. She's visiting Colombia, she's visiting Sri Lanka, Thailand, all over, and getting to know what the issues are in each of those regions and how she can make an impact because her following is so large. She's getting several other people interested in those concerns.
So how much percentage is given to the interview process with regards to the knowledge of each contestant or finalist about environment?
Sure. Well, not only do the girls interview and they're asked pointed questions by the judges, at our stage we actually do a public speaking portion where that young woman can really run her presentation. She's not asked questions during that time, so she gets some time just to talk about her focus. And she also has a social media competition where she's observed how she connects with her internet audience. and she goes out in the community. They do a video as well. We do a lot of different ways we see how the girls can integrate those concerns into their life, as well as that interview where they sit down with the judges. And then at the Miss Earth level, they do very similar things. We really try to mimic what's happening at Miss Earth here in the USA so we can pick the best candidate.
Mm-hmm. So, Laura, what is your observation of how the finalists or the contestants have evolved? Like from the very beginning, you started with the pageant. Like, are finalists now more deeply involved and more aware of the environment because of this?
Yes. That's been what's really interesting, and for myself as well, getting involved with Miss Earth. I love pageants. I've always loved pageantry and performing, being around these beautiful women in these gowns. When I began to learn much more about the advocacy of environmental awareness and impact, you realize how it's really important. And a lot of people are scared to talk about it, or they don't really know how to talk about it and whether or not it influences them. So as you dig a little deeper, and we're watching our delegates do that, you can tell that they legitimately seriously care about what they're talking about, and again, they're learning from other people as each of the delegates focuses on her region.
Is there a particular theme each year you hold a pageant?
A theme?
Yes.
Theme of excellence. This year we don't really have a theme. We're just here in Washington, D.C., and I think that that's a great theme because it is the nation's capital. So we're able to bring the ladies out to the National Mall in the beautiful Washington, D.C. area and do a project with the National Park Service. And we have a lot of great relationships with the agencies here in the nation's capital. And the girls get to do fun things while they're here, not just the pageant, but go visit the monuments and see the area.
Yes, final segments with Laura Clark. Now, Laura, what are your most important concerns about the environment?
The most concerns that I have, first of all, I think is just everyone learning that they should recycle. I think that once you've gotten into certain habits in your home, then you realize the importance of that. And once you start to become a little more aware, you realize when you're shopping, when you're grocery shopping, when you're at hotels, and when you're out in your car, that you're doing all the right things that you possibly can in order to do that one little thing that you can, and that is recycle. So I would start there, and then growing on from that point is learning about climate change and what's really happening with our weather and our oceans and our temperatures here that will globally affect us right away, as well as years to come, future generations. So that's where I'm really digging deep into the Climate Reality Project and seeing how I can just open people's eyes to big business and making little changes, hybrid cars, industrial changes that we can make sure that this planet stays nice and healthy and green.
Finally, Laura Clark, could you give us a 15 to 30-second commercial about Miss Earth United States and about the environment?
Miss Earth United States is the preliminary to the Miss Earth pageant. This is our 16th year of raising awareness of environmental advocacy. So with the Miss Earth USA pageant, we're able to name delegates who will reach into their communities and really impact the environment in their communities and other organizations that are important to them.
Thank you very much.